Hi, Lisa Carter here at Bucars RV. Today we're in the showroom here. We sell a lot of new things. We sell trailers and motorhomes, all kinds of nice, fancy, shiny new stuff. But whenever anybody comes in the showroom here, whether they're looking for a trailer or a motorhome or a van, whatever it may be, whether they're here for parts or service, they always walk past this over here and they always ask about it. So we're going to tell the story of the Boler that's in the showroom here. It has a long storied history and we know the whole history of it. So we're going to take a look at this today. We're going to show you the exterior and the interior of this great little 1971 Boler. There's a few talking points here. We're going to get into more detail about the owners and how this Boler came back to Bucars, because it was originally purchased at Bucars in 1971. The folks had it for 50 years. They kept it in the garage. They camped in it. They had a whole life with this Boler. And they were told when they purchased it by the salesman, Harry, that if they were ever going to sell this Boler, that he would love for them to call him and Bucars would purchase it back. Now these folks remembered that, and 50 years later they sold it back to Bucars. This is an award that Bucars got for sales achievement in 1978. It's a little later than the actual model year of this 1971. But Bucars was a Boler dealer for many, many years. And we're just so very happy to have that history with Boler and to have this little Boler back with us again. When you come into Bucars, this little trailer is sitting right here and you can have a peek in it. It is like going back to 1971. As you can see, everything is original in here. The folks who purchased this trailer in 1971 bought all the green things. So they bought coffee pot, they bought coffee mugs, they bought a kettle, beautiful little 2-burner stove here, and it's got these amazing buttons on it that say Stellar. And we think Stellar is exactly the word for this little trailer. Beautiful avocado green. If anybody has grown up during the 70s, we know that that was an absolutely popular color theme. Along with the orange tweed over here, they kept their plates. We have all of the accoutrement that come along with the trailer. These great little curtains with this floral that is just so 70s. It just brings me back to being a little kid. So this dinette here would turn into a bed, just like today the dinettes turn into a bed. Bolers are very unique. They were built in Winnipeg, a very great Canadian iconic trailer, and it's all Canadian. They have great little windows called jalousies that open up kind of independently of each other. These ones we're not going to open right now because the seals are a little tender. We have beautiful little cupboards filled with green things. So we have the original awning for outside. We can't put it up right now because we're not outside. We have to put some stakes into the dirt. But check this out, this beautiful green and tan pattern. And it's got the beautiful fringe on it too. So you can imagine what that would look like out there. It would complete this look of this 70s situation. They've also got the old quilt that they purchased when they bought the trailer. It's still here. This trailer was advertised as being a sleeper for 4 people, and you might be wondering how that would happen. It's a tiny little trailer. The dinette, as we showed, does turn into a bed, but we also have something over here called a gaucho. Love that word. That's had to use it today. This turns into a bunk. So I've already removed the bottom cushion. And now all you have to do to make it a bunk is it folds up like this. And there are poles that will hold that up. And so you have 2 sleeping spaces. Can you imagine being a kid sleeping on one of these bunks? That would be the most amazing camping trip ever. So we're going to talk a little bit about the unique interior of this Boler. It's a special material that Boler came up with called Insulite. It's a little cushiony. It's also known as elephant skin, It was meant to be really this modern space age coating inside here for such a kind of modern space age molded fiberglass trailer. We've got all the original paperwork here from the purchase of the trailer. So the original brochure about the specifications, this was only 850 pounds loaded. So lots of cars at that time. I mean, you'd hook up a trailer to a station wagon or the big Lincoln, and you drive away. This actual Boler was avocado green to begin with. Along the way somewhere, it was repainted all white. It looks like there was some small minor repairs on the outside, so they just maybe decided to make it entirely white. We have the original bill of sale as well here. So this couple were 36 years old when they bought this trailer in 1971 from Bucars. It was called Bucar RV at the time when we were in Calgary, originally on 16th Avenue Northwest. And when these folks, 50 years later, after they'd had all their travels, after they'd taken this little Boler on all their trips, 50 years later, these folks brought it back to Bucars. They phoned in and they said, we were told that if we were ever going to sell this Boler that we should call back. And they did. And we purchased it. We paid 4 times as much for this trailer as they originally purchased it for. But I'm sure that the most valuable part about this trailer for them and for us too is knowing the history here and having this absolutely perfect little trailer sitting here. And everybody, kids, older people, people who are retired, people who are just buying their first trailer, everybody comes into Bucars and looks at this trailer and says, wow, that is so cool.